Let's get it on.
Peace, peace, peace. Still clear light bulb lessons, man. All we need is seven, and seven is God. You see what's the time? The time right now is 1956. Some say 7:56. And
Yes.
I don't know about you, Teddy, but sometimes when I'm down here in my basement, man, and I got the doors closed, and sometimes when my son's upstairs, they streaming, they looking at videos, they playing games, sometimes it'll lag a little bit, man. And I know for some people, they look at stuff like that. They like, yo, the quality or whatever, man. But I'm telling you, what's about to come out of our mouths tonight is real quality. You know what I'm saying? I was born in 1976, so we came up in that era, Teddy, man, to where you know, TV used to go off at midnight. You know what I'm saying?
For real though. For
Or
real though.
they play the Star Spangled Banner, and then the TV go off. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Uh,
it's
yeah,
over. Night night.
yeah, no doubt. So again, man,
Yes, sir.
I'm just grateful, man, that we together. I'm grateful that we here. I've known you a long time, Teddy, and some people have told me in the past that, bro, you give great introductions. And I be like, yeah, I'm just speaking from my heart, man. I'm just speaking what I feel. I'm speaking what I feel in my
True
spirit,
that.
man.
True that.
Like I've said, when it comes to you, Teddy, what I think about, one, the first thing that comes to my mind is home. You know what I mean? I think about home, man. And I left home in 1998, and
Mm,
I've traveled a lot, seen a lot, done a lot, but I think of home. I think of my grandmother. So
mm,
uh it means a lot to me, bro, who you are, and it means a lot to me that you are uh, here with me tonight. It speaks volumes. You are He-Man, and for those out there that do not know, He-Man is a community of men that love the Lord first and foremost.
amen. Amen.
That come as we are. Some are broken in places and trying to get better, trying to learn, trying to grow, trying to be a better dad, trying to be a better husband, trying to be a better boyfriend, a better co-worker, a better teammate, whatever it is. Each He-Man is there for a specific purpose. And when I talk to you about being the He-Man, I just never forget. You said, man, just send me the link. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm there. So I really appreciate you, man. And we talked yesterday, and I told you, I said, bro, we just got to build. That's it. We just got to build. It's so much happening in the world right now, as we both know. So many people are doing what they do. But I can say honestly tonight, man, I know my grandmother's looking down. I know your family, this transition's looking down. As long as we can build together, man, that's what it's all about. So for those out there checking us out, man, blessings to you. Uh, just know, disclaimer, this is real, it is authentic, it is true to who we are. And I've known this man for a very long time. This man, it spent some of the most fond, best memories I have with me inside of my grandmother's home on West Washington Street in Winchester, Kentucky, man. You
Yes,
know what I
sir.
mean?
Yes, sir.
So we got a lot of family out there. There's a lot of people that know you, a lot of people that know me, and collectively, a lot of people know some of our story, but they don't know the whole story. And I just want to say, man, that Teddy is bro, like dog, like it's no words that could ever express what you mean to me. You know that,
Mm,
And with that being said, bro, I don't want to keep running my mouth, but man, I love you, dog. First and foremost, um,
mm. I
bruh,
love you,
like
bro.
I'm glad it's full circle. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Derek Slaughter, man. You know what I'm saying? I see
Yes,
Derek
sir.
Slaughter in the chat. D Slaw standing tall. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
love
sir.
I love D Slaw too. You know,
Yeah,
and
man. That's my,
I
hey,
mean,
that's another one of my truths right there, man. I don't,
yes,
I can catch, hey, I tell you like, yeah, on one hand now, it ain't
come on,
many out
man.
there on one hand.
It's not, man. It's just not. You know, I tell D Slaw all the time. Every time I see him, I'm like, bro, like you be keeping me like happy as hell because he posts a lot about vintage basketball. You know, he keeps his own light bulb lessons going, man, and it's special.
Yeah, he do. He do.
He does, man. Like I love D Slaw's content. You know what I mean? His content is so dope, you know,
Yeah.
and he drops real knowledge that'll make you think. Man, we got another brother coming in the house. We're gonna go ahead and bring him on up in here. Big Mo, what it do, Big Mo? What's happening?
What it do, Big Mo?
Yeah, yeah, man. So again, man, Teddy, I just want to ensure, man, that before we start building for real tonight, man, that you know, dog, how much I love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Life is really
Same back
short.
to you, brother.
Yeah,
Same back.
yeah.
Hey, that's one thing I always say, man. Hey, when we say we love, man, you by the millions.
Yeah.
You by the million. You say you because I mean, don't get me. Well, it's already started.
Hmm.
This is who God is. Love.
Yeah. No doubt.
This is who God is. He
Yeah.
is love. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't even supposed to. That don't even supposed to come out your mouth without, you know. And it's not just about saying it.
Hmm.
Love is an action word. You give, you show love.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, that's just how. I mean, that's just how I see. Everybody use them three words so loosely now, man. I love you. You don't.
Yeah,
You
bro.
can't do it. You just can't. I mean, that's just it. You just can't. You can't use them three words. How can you say you love someone and then you know that's just me. That's just like me saying I love you. You
Yeah.
know, that's just like me saying I love Mo.
No doubt.
You know, if I say I love you, you best believe, hey, I mean that with all my heart. It ain't
Right.
gonna be
Right.
nothing. It ain't gonna be nothing else. You can't do nothing about it
Yeah.
because it's who I am. It's who
Mm.
I am.
Yeah.
But I love you too, man. Hey,
It's okay,
full
man.
heart,
It's
full heart,
okay.
man.
Yeah, man. It's okay for brothers to say I love you, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, it blows my mind. I've talked to some ladies over time that they like, wow, man, it's something special to hear men tell one another that they love each other. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, I think all the time about. I hear a lot of men talk about their father never telling them that they love them.
mm,
I've seen men break down,
yeah,
grown men, 70, 80 years old, break down. Even my father. My father said that my grandfather told him maybe once, twice, straight up and down that he loved him.
right.
And hearing my pop say that, he's like wow, like I didn't even know how to accept it at that point. So when I think of
That's a
light,
real thing, man.
as you brothers have heard a gazillion billion times, light, it's love, man. Intellect, greatness, health, and truth. So being able to love wholeheartedly and unconditionally is real. Mo, you good, man. You keep adjusting, man.
Yeah,
You adjusting over there, dog. You keep touching. You good, bro. You know what I'm saying? You look cute, dog. I see you. You know what I mean? You look
first I ain't have no sound, bro, so I had to keep finding out what was going on. And then when I did, I
okay.
adjusted because I wanted to do the mirror part on the camera. Because if I lean
Okay.
that way, it go that way. I was like, it was confusing me.
Yeah. Nah, you good. You good, man. Hey, listen, fellas. Like I said, man, I just wanted to give Teddy a proper introduction, man. You know, Teddy been rocking with us for a minute. And I'm grateful for you, Teddy, man. Like
I
sincerely, bro.
appreciate you.
You
Appreciate
know,
the both of
and when I reached out to you initially, you know, we hadn't talked in years, a long time.
you. Yeah.
But as we said, that love has always been what it is, though. That love will never change. And from that moment, I just remember you telling me, like, hey, bro, like whatever it is, man, I'm good with it as long as we putting God first, man, and being our most authentic self. So I appreciate you for that.
Yes,
And
sir.
Mo needs no introduction. You know what I mean? Mo been riding for a minute. Uh, and man, you know, both of y'all fellas lived in Louisville, you know, Louisville, you know what I'm saying?
The
And
veal.
yeah, the
The
Ville,
veal.
you know, some cats, I don't know if these sort are still on here. You know, we got them true Kentucky fans on here, man. They don't want to hear
Hey
nothing about
man,
no
hey, hey,
Louisville,
hey.
bro.
All right, here we go now. Here we go.
Yeah.
You know, I like my Kentucky, but I put it to
Hey,
you. I be straight though. I be straight up with you though. Hey, I'll holler Louisville too.
hey,
I'm just one. I'm just. Hey, I know. Hey, like you. I believe it was one. It was one episode. You was hollering about Kentucky and Louisville and how we rival and this and that.
yeah.
But man, I will. I I've always had.
Hey, I respect that.
I root Louisville. I root Kentucky. You
I
know,
respect that.
it ain't no haterism on me because it's
Right,
still repping Kentucky. Hey,
right.
I'm Kentucky.
Yeah.
I mean,
See,
hey, so
I
I
don't, I
mean,
don't, I don't hate UK, bro. They're just not my squad, bro. You know what I'm saying?
right, right,
I
right.
came out the
I
womb.
already know. I
I know
already
so many
know.
cats, Teddy. I know so many cats. They were Louisville fans. Then they were Kentucky fans. Then they hated Kentucky, and now they back Louisville fans. And what I realized was they rock with who's winning. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
see,
you
now
know,
I'm a Kentucky fan. I ain't gonna lie about that. I'm a Kentucky fan,
hmm
but how am I gonna hate on Louisville? You know what I'm
right.
saying? I can't hate on Louisville.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something I will never do. Well,
See,
I can't help it. I ain't no hater anyway. I just be straight up. I ain't no hater anyway. I'm just being real.
And
Hey,
Teddy, you
you
true
want
blue, huh? You true blue.
yeah, I'm true blue. I true blue now. I ain't gonna
yeah.
lie, I'm true blue.
Man,
Hey.
shout out to Chili
Oh,
Bow. You know
yeah,
what I'm
chili.
saying? Chili Bow, bro.
Yeah, shouts out my boy, my bro.
I lived across the street from this cat, Big Mo. Man,
Shouts out to all my
Ryan Bow.
homies, man.
Yeah. Ryan Ferris, man. Shout out to Pastor Ryan Ferris, man. And
Yes, sir.
dog, we used to hoop in the backyard, bro. Like
Bro.
he warm back there, you know, either his crib, my crib. But man, that boy loved the Kentucky Wildcats. And he know I love the Louisville Cardinals. You know what I mean? But hey, we family, man, and I'm just happy that the rivalry, you know, hopefully, you know, is gonna be back to where it's supposed to be, man. But that ain't what we came on here to build about, fellas.
Well,
We
let me speak about it one quick minute. One quick minute.
okay, okay,
I'm a Louisville fan, and my brother, my big brother, Troy, is down in Louisville. I'm in Tennessee right now. He
yeah.
true blue. I don't even care if he loves Louisville, but he can't rock Louisville clothes because of the color, which I think is stupid. But I just preached this past Sunday. He drove all the way from Louisville just to Tennessee just to hear me preach,
That's
just to show
peace.
That's
some love.
real.
He missed me
That's what's
preaching,
up.
but he still came down and showed some love. Turned around, went back home after we spent a
That's
couple of
what's
hours
up.
together.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what's
peace,
up.
bro.
So that's
That's
that
peace.
Louisville love.
Yeah, man. That's peace,
Yeah.
man. Um, yeah, I mean, like I said, bro, like it's one thing about that rivalry, dog, it's real. You know what I'm saying? It's rooted, it's ingrained in so many other
Yeah.
ways too. You know what I mean? It touches the racial ties, all of that. You know what I mean? And living out of state,
Indeed.
you know, many people from Kentucky obviously living out of state realize, you know, that difference as well.
Yeah.
But again, man, hey, tonight, Big Mo, Teddy, the title is simple. It's only one way to overcome. You know, the first thing that comes to my mind when I think about what's the one way for me to overcome daily, every day, regardless of what's happening. I
Hmm.
I can only say for me is God. You know, it's God, bro. At 49, you know, I'm on that slope to 50. You know what I mean? And in 49 years, I've seen a lot, bro. But I know, man, it's God. You know, overcoming. You know, some will think of that word overcome, and it could take them in many different avenues of approach as to what do you mean when you say overcome? You know,
Hmm.
overcoming anything, bro. So again, I want to know what your thoughts is. I want to know what your thoughts are about dang on freaking overcoming. Shout out to Anthony Cutno. Shout out to Kelly Cole, man. Oh Jesus, Kelly Cole, my guy, bro. He on tour right now. Hey Kelly, I know you're gonna be here in the A in the next few days, man. I'm coming through. I promise you, I'll be there, bro. But overcoming. What's your thoughts, Mo? What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think about overcoming?
Oh man, the first thing coming on my mind has been on my mind actually for like the last few days, actually for about a week now. Because I think about shifting the mindset, first of all, for overcoming even how you see things and your perspective. I'm gonna give you a prime example. A lot of people know Big Mo was in a dramatic car wreck. And my car at one time was flipping out of control. So what I tell people when I travel the country and speak, you know what I mean? You know, did a lot of traveling together. I
Yeah,
travel and I say that when the car was flipping out of control, it was out of print that my life was flipping out of control. And the Lord told me the other day, He said, "Bro, I need you to switch your conversation and your perspective." I'm like, "What do you
mm,
mean, God?" He said, "Because your car wasn't flipping out of control." He said, "Because everything that's over your head is under my feet. So your car was really flipping under control." And so he went on to explain to me, he said, "I was flipping you from your trauma to your testimony, from your
Hmm.
pain to your power, from your pain to your purpose, from your accident to your assignment." He said, "So you wasn't flipping out of control. You've been flipping under control all along." So shifting the perspective. And so when you overcoming things, you got to shift their perspective and how you see things.
Hmm.
word,
He said it
word.
wasn't hindsight. He said it
Right.
was
Right.
heaven's sight.
Word.
What up, Teddy?
Hmm.
Overcome. What's the first thing that comes to your mind, your heart, your spirit?
Well, not trying to come off on what Big Mo said, but yeah, I mean, for me, overcoming, like what I have done, like my self examination, you know, holding myself accountable, digging into my inner being, seeing, you know, okay, setting my boundaries, learning, learning and seeing, hey, what's good and what ain't good for me, changing the people, my surroundings, who is
Mm,
beneficial for me, you know,
wow. Mm,
because I'm at growing with my growth in spiritually. Hey, there's a lot of decisions and a lot of choices that I have to make. Hey, what's good, what's better, what is better for me. So me overcoming my past, they say, you know, well, don't live in the past. No, I'm not living in the past, but I am using it as stepping stones. What
Mm.
not to do, where not to go, who not to be around. You know, God said, God said, follow me. His word is the instructions. And the only way I will overcome is by me putting my face in his word, asking him for guidance, understanding of his word, and not just reading it, studying it, and abiding by it.
Let me ask you
So
this. Let me ask you this. Do you believe Teddy Scott, like word is bond, straight up and down? Do you believe you can still be cool and serve God?
still be cool as in what?
Yeah, be cool. Just being you, like being
Yeah.
dope, being ill,
Yeah.
like yo, I ain't lame
No.
serving God.
Yeah. Yeah. I ain't lame. I don't consider myself lame because I live for God.
But if
You
but if me
either
and you, we don't get high together, we don't
I ain't
drink together, we ain't chasing skirt together. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm on that, but every
if
time
you're
I'm talking to you, you talking about I'm serving God, man. I'm an avid note taker. So
yeah,
you setting boundaries. You know, you're accountable for yourself. You got to be aware of your surroundings.
right.
Overcoming your past, you're using those as stepping stones. The- From how I know you, I don't see you the same, bro. We're not doing the same thing. So that's
That
why I'm
don't
asking
supposed
that
I'm
particular
not
question.
supposed to. That's the overcoming,
Mm.
separating myself from my past. Me and you get together. Okay, you may be talking chasing skirt, bruh. Now, me overcoming, I'm going, bruh, that ain't right, bruh. Me being my brother's keeper. Now it's up to you if you want to chase that skirt or not. All I can do, all I can do is give you positive inspiration, bro. That ain't right.
But if I may, you my dog though. I've known you for years, bro.
Yeah,
We chase stupid skirt together. You know what I mean? We smoke trees. We drink.
yeah,
No, we was on the corner. And
yeah.
now I'm 49. How old are you, Teddy?
I'm 53.
You 53 years old, bro. How can how can you tell me, you know, that I can still be cool, I can still be dope, I can still be ill and serve God and keep God first? How can you tell me that? If I'm still indulging in some of those things that me and you rocked with together. That's a real question.
I see. I see what you're saying now.
You can
Well,
jump in mode. You can jump in
you can't.
mode if your
Well,
heart
I'm just
if
gonna
your
put it
heart
to you
over
like
there.
this. Then, if you're, see, that's a good question.
That's a real
But you
question.
can't. That's a real question. But no, you really, I got to say, because even though I'm living a different life, I still, my thing is, I have a, the only way I can say it is, and this is, I don't know if this is, I ain't gonna call it a downfall for myself or nothing like that. But I'm just gonna put it to you like this and keep it 100. That's the way you choose to be, then that's the way you choose to be. I'm not the judge, but you're
Mm.
always gonna be cool with me. You know, I can't,
You, so you say you still love me?
yeah, I'm gonna always love you. I mean, I can't, that's just who I am. I mean, bruh, I'm keeping it 100. You know me, we've been knowing each other all our lives. Who am I to judge? That's just the love in me. I can't hate on you.
Is it
That
because
don't mean I supposed to that don't mean I'm supposed to like what you're doing or indulge in it. But that's what you doing. That's what you doing, bruh. I love
is
you,
it?
but I
Let me
can't
ask
be
you
no
this.
part of that.
All right, I'm gonna take it to Mo. I'm gonna take it to Mo. Mo, you heard what Teddy just said.
Yeah.
It, Kelly Cole said, overcoming the lies of the enemy. He wants you to believe you're lame if you don't do what his followers do. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Nemo
Ooh,
Hammonds, what? Nemo Hammonds in the house.
Hey,
Wow. Hold
it's
up, though,
like,
Mo. Hold up, Mo.
nah, I'm just saying, I'm saying he representing Kelly Cole, man.
Yeah.
I'm commenting on it.
Anthony Cutno down in Dallas, Texas said, Jesus hung in the streets, rolling with killers, thugs, preachers, and the rest of us hoodlums. No doubt.
no
Man,
Yeah.
doubt.
so Teddy, let's keep it a buck.
All right, all right.
You said what you said. You said you still love me, bro. No matter what we did back in the past, I'm still indulging. You still rock with me. Is it as simple, Big Mo, as I'm gonna pray for you, and that's all I can do for you? Is it as simple as you telling me, Big Mo, I know what you're doing, bro. I'm just gonna pray for you, and hopefully, praying for you, everything will come into place for you. What do you think?
Nah, that's the simple. That's the religious response.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the religious response, man. Real talk. And me and you, that we come from the same area, with the same age, but
Mhm.
but the background, me and you, is different from the background with you and Teddy. If I had the same background with you, with the smoking the trees and chasing, we was chasing girls, but in different locations.
No
Um,
doubt.
and man, first of all, as far as
Right,
being
right,
cool,
right.
man, I think because of my relationship with the Lord, you get around me, you gonna catch pneumonia because I'm so cool. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I think I'm one of the coolest dudes, man, ever walked this earth. I ain't smooth like
Okay.
Christ, but I'm getting there. So, but
Right.
we had that relationship where we was doing our dirt together, and I done now built a relationship with Christ. First of all, out of love and a heart for my brother, yeah, we're gonna have a heart to heart. It ain't just no, man, I ain't cool with what you doing. That ain't cool. That ain't right. It's like, man, now look, bruh, I don't know exactly everything you're going through, but I understand because we've been doing this rocking together, and I wasn't happy. So I was like, bro, I know some areas down in you. You're not happy. You may want not admit it, but I said, man, you ain't happy until you get your relationship with God, and then I'm gonna stay on you. Eventually, it may get to a point where I say, man, I love you, but some of the stuff that you're doing because it's corrupting a vision or several, you bringing me down. So now we got to separate in certain areas. I can't let you. I can't go down with you, but I'm still keep on pouring into you. I'm not gonna let you take me down with, but
Right.
I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna quit diving in the mud and trying to pull you out.
Ooh, that's real. That's real. That's real. Because we say, mud men under divine
Yeah,
dominion, right? In the mud, I mean, essentially, think about it.
that's what you
This is
doing.
this is a lot of the issues that we have in as brothers, dog. And that's why I started off by saying, yo, can I still be cool? Can I be dope? Man, if you out there checking this out right now and you never heard of this young man, I need you to go check him out. I need you to get on YouTube, Facebook, IG. His name is Aaron Cole, Cole. Check out Aaron Cole. You talk about being dope. You talk about being ill. Aaron Cole, bro. He's one of the illest MCs on the planet right now.
Come on.
And he's spitting real hip hop. You know what I mean? But it's his message. You could ride in the whip, and the message is going to inspire you, bro. The message is going to motivate you. Just like our other brother on here, Nimbo Hammonds. Every time I think about Nimbo, I thought about Nimbo the other day when one of my favorite players, Lawrence Moulton, passed away. Nimbo used to rock the ill socks up to the knees. George Washington. You know what I'm saying? DC. And she and Nimbo play in the NCAA tournament, man. It was a special thing because I knew him. Same thing, man. Like I was inspired to see a cat that I know out there on the hardwood, Dickie V on the mic. If Nimbo can do it, I can do it. So again, fellas, I think serving the Lord is cool, bro. I don't think it has nothing to do with age. I don't think it has anything to do with uh, how far you've been broken, and that's why we labeled it today the one way to overcome. Whether that's addiction to porn, addiction to drugs, addiction to alcohol. Whether that's laying in a hospital bed. How long was you in the hospital bed, Mo?
Off and on, man, for almost a year.
And you said your mom wouldn't let you look in the mirror. Can you do me a favor, Mo? I'll always ask you this out of love, but can you take your glasses off, sir?
Yeah, I got it. Man, shout out to my mom, man. Actually, today is the day that she actually passed away, man. But I'm thankful for that growth. Today is not a day I spent mourning my mom. I just remember the good times that we had and look forward to pouring into
Amen.
somebody else.
Amen.
Wow, man, that's powerful, bro.
Yes,
Overcoming, man, overcoming, dog. I'll be honest, Teddy, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, but you went down that barrel of the gun with drugs in a short burst. What was it that helped you to overcome?
I can honestly say, well, you know, going through church, prayer, and what really helped me is when I did pray to God, you know, and it was like I said, 35 years of addiction. Get in Louisville, made myself homeless, sleeping up underneath the bridge down on 2nd Street. Well, on first down under by 2nd Street, bruh. I mean, I knew what it was. I shot up 100 units of meth and heroin, and it clogged up the doggone needle, and it busted my vein.
Mm.
And I know for a fact, I heard him say it. This ain't imaginary. God said, you don't get away that easy, boy.
Mm.
He said, you don't get away that easy. Trying to kill myself. And hey, no need, no desire, never been to rehab, nothing. When I got it, before I got to Huntington, West Virginia, my brother told me he was taking me to rehab. The taste of it all was gone. That right there showed me, okay, you got me, Father God. You got me. Ain't nowhere else I can go. Ain't nothing else I can do. I'm somewhere where I don't know nobody. My brother still lives in Chesapeake, Ohio. He ain't 15 minutes away from me. He ain't coming to see me. He comes to see me. He calls and checks. He calls around because he knows the facility and the workers in the rehabilitation center. He calls them, but he don't. It's just me and God. This is where it comes from now. Hey, no looking back.
Let me ask you this. Do you miss your brother?
Yeah, I miss my brother. Yeah, I miss my brother. I miss all my
Do,
brothers.
do you think, how many brothers you got, Teddy?
I got 6 brothers.
Which one of those six are you closest with?
I would say, honestly, my brother, I would say the closest. I'll be honest with you. I really can't say. Well, I would say my brother Fred. He's in Louisville. I would say my brother Fred because
Do
he's
you
in
think,
Louisville.
do you think, Teddy, this is real, bro? It's like Bob lessons,
Go
dog.
ahead. I already know, bro.
You, you already know. Do you think you and your brothers will ever come back full circle?
No, sad to say, no.
Okay.
And that's sad though, and that hurts me. Then that hurts me. I
So,
mean,
so
we
what you're
got
telling
love
us,
for one another. We and it ain't got nothing to do about me living for God or nothing like that. It's just our ways have grown apart. I got a brother Jack that's down there where you at in Tyrone, Georgia. The only time we see him is when somebody passes away. He don't
so
call. He don't. Heck, he's been gone. He's been gone since. Let's see. He graduated from Powell County Elementary, and heck, I think this was back in the early mid. Well, I'm gonna say late '70s, early '80s.
do you think, you say you don't think you will all ever come back full circle? Do you think in terms of overcoming and getting to that central place of where you and your brothers are connected, thriving, loving one another, supporting one another, do you ever think that
I,
will take place?
yeah, I mean, we'll support one another. You know, something goes down, you better believe. Yeah, we got each other's back for sure.
Okay. Okay.
That's without say.
That's real. Okay, well that's that. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to, say less. If you
Yeah,
know
we
that
got
within
each
your heart,
other's back without a doubt.
that's real. What about you, Mo? Who is it that you don't have to say names, but who is it that in your spirit you would like to see that overcoming take place?
Mm. It's a family member. Sometimes we want all when we get in the relationship with the Lord, we want all our family to be saved. But I know all things are possible. But I truly believe, man, with the lifestyle that they live, some of my family members are literally on bus hell wide open on a scholarship. I would love to see their relationship change, but yeah, there were family members that at one time was real close to, and
Mm.
I still converse with them, still pour into them, but I separate myself in certain ways, not because I'm better than them, but I'm better than putting myself in those situations.
Hmm,
Right.
that's real.
Powerful.
That's real. Um, I think those discussions are very important, Jim. Like all jokes aside, man, because we all have it. No, nobody. I had a gentleman that called me not long ago. I haven't spoke to him in a minute. We had our beef. It was like, yo, I said my piece, he said his piece. And he reached back out to me and said, yo, I've been working, on myself, man, and trying to get myself right with the Lord. And
That's what's up.
he said, I don't expect you to hit me back. He was like, I'm sure you won't hit me back. He was like, but I'm clearing my spirit by calling you and telling you that. So I was like, yeah, that's real. You know what I'm saying? Um, but overcoming is something that I truly believe is a daily occurrence. Joe. Would you agree? You think it's daily?
Oh yeah, we ain't got it all together, and we don't make an excuse that I'm not perfect. But yeah, it's a daily strive because the temptation is real. And I like Teddy was talking about how he switched his circle. The saying goes, if you can't change the people around you, then you change the people around you. Meaning, if you can't change the way they're doing things, you need to change certain environment.
Yeah, I think that's the inevitable, man. And every single action that we take, man, is costly, bro. It's really costly. Every action that we take. I muted you, Teddy, because there's a little bit of echo on the back end of your mic. But man, I think of overcoming, man, it's an everyday occurrence, and you're right, man, 100%. I love, shout out to our brother again, Kelly Cole, man. If you haven't checked it out, man, check out Kelly Cole's podcast, bro, with him and his wife, man. Shout out to his wife. Uh, you met his wife in Bristol, Big Mo. Uh,
Yeah,
man, their podcast. If you married, bro, or you in a serious relationship, yo, you gotta look at the podcast,
I
bro.
got to. But I didn't know he had a podcast, so I'm gonna have to
Oh
check it out.
man, bro, I love it, dog, because it's real, it's raw. It ain't that fugazi out there where everybody trying to keep it cute. Hey, they speak about real things, bro.
So,
That they've overcome, man. So I love it, but check it out, man. But man, one last thing, man. We're about 40 minutes in, and we could build all day, but I'll start with you, Mo, and then we'll roll to Teddy. Um, what's the hardest thing in the last 6 months, Big Mo, that you've had to overcome? The
mm.
hardest thing in the last 6 months that you've had to overcome.
It's been up and down with certain situations. Everybody know. Everybody know. Well, a lot of people that know me know I got a past. Like I said, chasing skirts, doing eating and everything out of order. That just man was crazy. Even trying to build in my relationship with my marriage. Uh, because of my past, there was a situation that happened 2 days ago. It was me and like three or four other guys. And a lady came in the vicinity. My wife was there. She came in the area, nice shape, everything. Beautiful young lady. But as she went to walk away, everybody's head turned towards her. Now, mind
Okay.
you, my wife was standing right beside her. I turned to say something to my wife. So it looked like I turned to see her as well. Now, I seen her at my peripheral vision, but I wasn't looking at her. I was looking at my wife. And so we had that discussion. And what it is, because of my past, it is honestly because of the past, my wife automatically thought that because of all the past mistakes I've made in before. This time I actually was doing the right thing. And so I
Mm,
feel like you were still holding my past to me, which I couldn't blame her because of all the times that I've made this mistake before. But I got upset because me being a man, I wanted credit the one time I was doing it right.
oh, bruh. I wanted credit for the one time I'm doing it right. So be honest, Mo, we got brothers rocking with us tonight. And it's going through all of our minds because it happens every day, bro. You in the mall, you at work, you in the grocery store, you at the gas station. That butter soft gonna come by one way or the other, bro,
Right.
regardless of age. Um, You truly didn't look, and you looked at your wife, is what you told her.
Correct. Now
I
I say I
respect
didn't see it, but after my prayer vision, you can't miss. But this time, my attention was directed this time straight for my wife.
it.
But something like that butter come through the mall. I'm not saying uh, turn your head and look the other way because some things you can't help but see. But that's
Right.
where the maturity got to come in. You acknowledge the goodness of God, where He's created, and keep moving. But the issue is when you get stuck on it.
Come on now. Come on. That's real. All right, Teddy, I'm gonna unmute you, bro. Last 6 months, the number one thing you've had to overcome. Keep it brief, bro, for the sake of time.
Yeah, man. It's pretty much mine. Pretty much about the skirt, but I'll be honest with you, man. That porn had me, man. I ain't gonna lie. The porn
Yeah,
had me. I would, and as you don't hide anything you do in the dark gonna come to the light anyway. But
that's true.
yeah, and I'm like, I be sitting in my bed. My wife she be turned around. I'm on the phone. Okay, she gets up, turn on the YouTube. Hey, she can see where I've been watching. Well, it's showing right here that you watched
Yeah,
it.
bro.
And I'm like,
Yes, sir.
okay, all right, I'm caught up, you
Indeed.
know. So,
Indeed.
you know, and the means, you know, here she is. Now got her head wondering, you know, do you really want me? Is this what you want? So I had to overcome that. You know, I pray on it. I look up scriptures about it and things like that. Hey, man, nah, it ain't that ain't no. I look at myself. Got a daughter. Got little nieces and stuff. No, I don't. I wouldn't want nobody looking at them like that. I know.
Indeed.
Can't stop it. They of age or whatever, but still respect. You
Yeah.
know, yeah. And being married, I mean, you know, obligations. Just that goes back to that respect. It goes back to that respect, man.
That's
Hey,
real, man.
Coach
You
Geo
don't.
Clay, I know we kind of short on time, but I wanted to spin it back around. Recently, in the last 6 months or so, what have you struggled to overcome?
Oh man. Uh porn, definitely.
Yeah,
Porn is real, bro.
it
Like
is. It is.
if we sit on this live tonight, bro, trying to front, dog, it's all in vain.
Yeah,
Because again, think about it. You get on IG right now, bro, and you hit that little hourglass, excuse me, that little hourglass search. I don't know about your algorithm, but my joint is coming up with butter all over,
yeah, it
from
was.
from Africa to you name it. And it's like, man, I was telling the wife sitting at the kitchen table, I said, babe, I said, man, this is crazy. She's like, what you talking about? I said, man, as soon as you get on IG, man, and you go to search, it's like, man, they force feeding it down the pipe. She like, force feeding what? I said, all these women. I said, it's women galore. Like, and sometimes, man, it goes back to like Teddy said, it's hurtful, bro, because it's like, man, for us as men, bro, we striving, bro. We truly trying to do the right thing, bro. Like, dog, you gotta have real discipline. And I'm saying that as a 2 decade served United States Marine. I know what discipline is.
Mm, right.
But it's like, man, you put that kid in a candy store and expect him to just stand there and don't look. It's the same principle. So again, what have I struggled with in the last 6 months? I've looked at porn, but it's the consciousness behind it that I'm proud of. It's the consciousness of like, yo, man, Do I have the discipline to not look at it right now, bro? Because it's those same trigger points. You at the crib by yourself. You know, everybody leave. You know, that idle mind. So again, it's like, man, and if you ain't making love to your wifey every single day, two, three, four times a day, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not beating that often. You know what I mean? I'm truly not. So it's like, man, it's real, bro. Kevin Gates. I saw a reel from Kevin Gates the other day. He was like, "Yo, just don't look at it. He's don't look at it." And I can't, front on that, man. Like that's a battle, bro, to overcome. And but it could be done. And I've done it for long streams of time. But again, I've went back. You know,
Yeah.
I'm real enough to say
Well,
that. I'm a real
I can't
dude.
say that I've looked at it recently, like maybe in the
Yeah,
last 2 months, maybe.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
because I ain't saying I ain't struggled this year with it, but that's because of like the last 2 months I've been uh, I've been coaching when it comes to that. So I've been
Right.
trying to stand out and be an example, and it makes it even
Indeed.
harder. Now, I can say this every single day it crosses my mind,
Yeah.
but
That's where that's
I
where
got a
you
decision to make.
That's what I was about to say. That's where you want to be though. Because I could say the same. It ain't no everyday thing. It ain't every week thing. It's like drinking. You know what I mean? Like, when we were in New York, I drunk a Guinness stout or two. You know what I mean? But I ain't drank since. So again, it's like just being vulnerable enough to be real, to be honest with
Yeah,
ourselves, man, to look in the mirror, that real reflection of like, yo, if I acknowledge, and that's why we started off the top, am I lame if I don't, or am I lame, serving God and trying to walk straight in righteousness, man? I think that's what really boils down to. Trying our best, yo, to walk upright in righteousness, man. Uh, because again, if say you do, you slip. Like I said, whatever it is, porn, alcohol, weed, drugs, women, money, whatever it is. I heard a cat the other day say, "How can we live biblically in the environment in which is around us? We can't live like biblical with the environment that's around us." And I struggled with that, man. And we'll build on that on the next go round, man. Because I struggled with that. I was like, "Yo, I hear what he's saying, because he's saying, yo, how can we live righteous and biblically in these crazy environments that we're in?" And I was just kind of like, wow.
yeah,
So
it's possible. All things are
it is.
possible. So that's pretty
It
much
is
saying that what God's word ain't true,
indeed.
and
Yes.
it's a choice. It's a choice.
Yes.
No, don't wrong. For some others, the temptation is higher. If I'm a millionaire and I'm super popular, it's even more of a challenge because everywhere I go, they know me, they see me. So it's all
Indeed.
kind of people just jumping at me, throwing skirts at me. Yeah, man,
Right.
I'm somebody that, man, seen people brag, man, in 2 years, man, I ain't had nothing, you ugly and don't nobody even attracted to you.
Yeah. I
So,
agree with
but
Kelly said, man. If we
but
choose
yeah, it just
to
depends. Everybody's
overcome.
situation is
Yeah.
different though. But you know,
Yeah.
I know we got to
It
be
is.
on time though to be
It is.
continued.
It is. I'm unmuting you, Teddy, man. Like I say, because you got that feedback. But what's your excuse me, what's your parting words, Teddy? We out of here in 7 minutes. Six
All
minutes. What's
right.
your parting
Hey,
words?
it's always a pleasure to be with my family, man. Y'all my family, and I'm deeply honored, man. I am. I mean, hey, it is what it is. You know how we do, how we are. It's been real. This is what we do.
Indeed.
I just, I can't even lie, man. I'm at awe right now. I mean, cause it's been real. It is. I've heard some words and heard it, bro. I mean, I jot down notes, and this is what it's about. The growth, the building, and this is just who we are. And hey, as always, when they see us together, hey, they know that God's in the midst. you know.
Mm.
And I just love y'all. Hey, everybody, keep it safe and keep it 100. Love and peace.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Parting words, Big Mo. Parting words.
My brand is Mo. It's not just my name, but it's what I do. Of course, we know it stands for men of excellence. This is not saying that I'm perfect, but I continue to want, as I grow closer and closer in Christ, that I become better as a man of having integrity. So, man, this just integrity. It's not saying to try to be trying to act like we perfect or that we got it all together, but just be a man of integrity. So that's what a man of excellence is, being a man of integrity. And I would say, as long as you believe, no matter how dark your situation gets, there's always light at the end of the tunnel because the light lives on the side of you. So you are that light at the end of the tunnel.
Bro, man, both of you fellas, man. Hey, we for the fellas that rocked with us tonight. Shout out to all them fellas, man. Kevin Cole, Nimbo Hammonds, Cutno, D Slaw, many other fellas out there, man. Uh, we thank you too, man. Like word up. Because again, this is real right here. You know, it's not scripted. I don't have, the script and all of that. And no, bro, we throw a topic. It's only one way to overcome, and we build on it. And we may not get to that final destination of that build, but we're walking away higher. We're walking away a little bit more fortified. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you all's transparency, bro. We can't build if it ain't transparent. We can sit here and try to front and all of that, but if it's not transparent, if we're not vulnerable, if we're not willing to face what's real, dog, we wasting our time. We might as well sit here and talk about the game tomorrow night, who's playing who. Not knocking that, but I'm just saying, man, like those same dudes just out on that field getting paid millions of dollars. Yo, they battling the same situations, bro. So in some cases on a much larger scale. I sat with Jason Dunn, you and I, uh, Big Mo in Lexington, Kentucky last year at the pop up. And we heard Jason Dunn talk about it, man, when he
Right.
played for the Philadelphia Eagles, when he played for the Kansas City Chiefs. Shout out to Big JD, man, Harrodsburg, Kentucky, man, retired NFL player. He didn't play just 1 or 2 years and then go home. He had a whole tenure. He retired, and just hearing that man on that stage talk about the things that he experienced at his highest peak with the most money. He had just signed his contract with the most bread, yo. Laying in the bed, three naked chicks laying in the bed. And bro, he walked in the dang on closet. 1,000 pair of sneakers, illest clothes, gold links, and he was ready to blow his brains out because he felt ugly on the inside, bro. He had lost vision on who he is. He loved the game, all of that, but he had lost his vision, man. So it wasn't until he began to become full circle and transparency, looking himself in the mirror saying, yo, I'm all jacked up. Just like I said, man, check out Kelly Cole's podcast, man. Sitting with his wife, man. They talk about real stuff, bro. And it's growth in it. So you all's transparency tonight, building on the only way to overcome, man. I say it's God, bro. It's the only way. And facing self, going back internal and saying, bro, I got this issue. What am I gonna do about it? Then community, dog. Shout out to Myron Edmonds. Every morning at 7 a.m. Uh, Dr. Myron Edmonds, he's going live on YouTube, Instagram. He's bringing on different people and they building every morning. I missed it this morning. So I had some other stuff happening, but I was on yesterday. I'm gonna hop on tomorrow morning. It's really real. And what I love about Dr. Myron Edmonds is transparency. He's not afraid to talk about porn addiction. He's not afraid to talk about looking at the butter or whatever it is, based in his position. So with that, man, hey, we love y'all. We'll build again. I'll be in touch. Any brothers out there, man, hey, we outside. We here. Give us a holler, man. We love y'all out there sincerely. Sisters out there, we love y'all too. Keep pushing, man. Whatever you do, keep pushing, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna deal with things every single day that you gotta overcome. And just know you're not by yourself. With that, we always say emphatically and without doubt, peace.
Peace.